火影拉麵 Hokage Ramen Dish Yo！ 歡迎翻嚟 Red 少齊齊煮 ，Welcome back to Red Can Cook。你估我最中意食邊隻拉麵啦？就係名人最中意食個味噌拉麵。我細個時候睇火影啊，見佢食我都會流口水喎。我今日會教你點整4個唔同味道。傻。今日會教大家整4個唔同味道，用2個湯底。咁我會整醬油味同埋鹽味、豬骨味、味噌味一齊。いくぞ！介紹翻鹽味拉麵湯底的料。其實咁多料咧，最重點係乜嘢咧？唔係擺晒入去，係要有次序嘅。啲嘢咧要慢慢煮嘅。因為一煮嘅時候啊，會慢慢跌落嚟啊，會 optimize 最好嘅味道咯。而家首先咧，我會揀一個窄身啲、高身啲個煲，因為我哋想擺一層層嘅，太寬唔得嘅，因為啲嘢會真係撈晒亂嘅。咁首先我會擺啲豬骨先係底，跟住係豬手。雞殼，跟住雞手、雞腳，跟住擺低雞腳、黃菜，唔使驚嘅，佢會一陣沉落去嘅。大葱、甘筍、薑、洋葱、蒜頭、肥豬肉啊，然後加4啲水。咁倒完4啲水嘅時候啊，就記得擺啲蝦米喺上邊。唔使驚，煮咗2個鐘頭之後啊，啲菜咧會煮腍咗，跟住會滲落去嘅。咦？哇，好似2個幾鐘頭啊，材料都冧晒落去啊！我就教你哋點出汁啊，唔係煮高湯。琴晚啦，我已經浸咗啲昆布同埋冬菇啲水咧，就係今日會用堅魚同埋木魚碎整出嚟個靚 dashi 啊，唔係 no dashi。個 dashi 咧就擺入個鹽拉麵個湯底，加少少啲鮮味啊，然後冚蓋煮6-7個鐘，慢火煮耐啲，好味啲。跟住介紹豬骨拉麵湯底，啲材料差唔多啦，但係我拎走咗啲薑同埋大葱，擺咗 potato， 好簡單啫。跟住擺晒全部啲料，擺入呢個煲入邊，加5啲半水，煮3-4個鐘頭 ，OK。哇！呢個豬骨拉麵湯底煲成3個幾鐘咯喎，仲爭啲高湯。其實呢個高湯有咩分別咧？我係冇擺到冬菇同埋堅魚入去啊！Smells like the ocean。咁就我教大家點煮叉燒啦。其實咧，而家個叉燒我係用緊係5花腩嘅 pork belly，so 我哋咧會切啦一個坑 around 1 inch from each other， 所以會易捲啲嘅。Trust me, it's a lot easier。跟住咧 on both sides 用個叉去篤啲窿喺度，所以會更加入味嘅。OK， done that side。So 其實咧可以捲兩邊都得嘅，睇下你喜歡。I'll show you first。去咁捲，或者呢邊捲，有嘅其實。意思個肥肉啊係中間啦，係嘛？好似吸引啲嘅。我中意啦，係反轉咁做。Next step， 其實冇一個方法係啱嘅，綁佢嘅時候係，但係 for me what's easy is 綁鞋帶咁。呢個就係綁咗個叉燒啦，成個木乃伊咁咯。 然後水滾時候啊，就擺個叉燒入去啦。Here's a trick: put the kitchen towel on top of the pork belly, so that all 啲血水咧就會滲晒喺個 kitchen towel 上邊，血就屙晒。OK 啊！咁血全部出晒嚟啦，咁就 time to take a bath。跟住咧，沖完凍水涼就沖翻個熱水涼，倒啲凍水先。跟住咧 ，make sure to get rid of all the unwanted smell. Garlic, 大葱 and 薑。擺完晒啲配料之後啊，要擺個 secret paper again。今次啊，要煮90分鐘，就慢慢嚟。OK， 咁差唔多90分鐘啦。I'm going to remove this。哇 ，it's good。冇掉住啊！啲湯其實仲要500 ml 嘅。所以而家咧，我就會用豬油煎啲叉燒啊，鎖住晒全部啲 flavour 喺入邊嘅。點解用豬油啊？因為 it won't taste like any other oil we use, so it makes sense, right? 好多啲餐廳啦，唔煎咗呢個豬肉嘅，但係 home cook 咧就有個時間會靚仔啲啊！你聽到少少聲嘅時候啊，就係知係煮緊嘅，所以要俾少少 like 10 to 15 seconds on each side。咁你見到開始有少少燶燶地，咁就差不多啦。熄咗佢，然後開始整個叉燒汁啦。然後 pot 倒100 ml mirin、100 ml sake。記得要細火啲啊！個 mirin 好易燶嘅，咁成煲嘢玩完啦。Bear with me, around 10 to 20 seconds. No longer do you smell any rocket fuel. 記得倒啲豉油 ，around 255 grams， 砂糖30 grams， 同埋黃糖90 grams。跟住 make sure that the sugar is dissolved. Put your big fat char siu in。記得之前撈過嗰啲薑水倒落去500 ml。洋葱倒多少少水，唔使用晒佢。記得如果係開始冇水就倒多啲。And recipe again, secret technique。跟住用中火煮40分鐘嘅。Now this is my favorite part where I would bring my favorite book and start pouring all over and over again for 40 minutes. 差唔多3個鐘頭啊，見得幾大把。跟住而家就要 strain 咗佢 ，so we can prepare to make ramen。一齊準備切叉燒啦，幫佢鬆綁先。記得切叉燒要咁撳住佢，咁切。Look at that! Look at that! 幾多層啊？呢度1、2、3、4、5、6、7，厚切啦。咁切完叉燒，咁我有2個唔同方法去食嘅，一個係煎咗佢，一個係燒咗佢。燒咗佢係靚仔啲嘅，煎咗佢係入味啲啊。首先啦，我會做煎嗰下先啦。倒啲叉燒汁先，呢個係燜叉燒嗰啲汁啦。記住用大火啊！啲汁啊係有糖入邊嘅，一有大火啊，佢會 caramelize 咗， 跟住會黐咗啲叉燒嘅。First I will do is 淋啲叉燒汁先。咁啲叉燒整好晒啦，開始淥麵啦，記得鬆下佢先，再每一嚿嚿 ，ready action， 咁就我會準備個味噌拉麵湯底先。大約要淥2分鐘啊。ホカゲ味噌ラーメンです。東京的味道，一個係北海道的味道，一個係九州的味道，一個係江西的味道。
冇冇嚟過咩江西？
関就是 Kansai right？
哦，
關西。個關西，我唔係啦。いただきます。你都試下啦。You guys learn something from me? 記得CSL me.